Wait.
Why is like that's the fucking way you like start an interview? I feel like not even Eric Andre would do that.
What'd you say?
Honestly, if I ever like become an interviewer like this, I'm just gonna start with that.
Direct eye contact. They start to turn away. And you're like, "Where are you going?"
Like, I feel like you just wouldn't have an interview at that point.
Yeah, you'd probably have porn, which would be nice.
Oh,
Would you ever do it?
I feel like this is quite possibly the worst interview I've ever fucking seen.
What's been going on? What's going on in your life?
You're looking at it.
You just moved.
I did
New
just
crib.
move.
New whip.
New quib.
New girl. No.
No new girl.
It's all right.
Boy. Yeah. This is the first time I have a house to myself and can deck it out with no other input on the aesthetic of anything.
It's
It's
just you.
It's been fun. Yeah. I feel like I was talking to my friend about this, but I feel like it's like I don't know. It feels like a coming of age thing, or getting to live alone at least once or something.
Yeah.
Where it's like, a lot of people don't have that opportunity, but while I do have the opportunity, it's nice to take advantage of it. So, yeah, it feels good. It's very. I think it's been very. It's exactly what I needed in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like a lot of time to just do what I do without really like thinking about anyone else or having mixing energies and stuff. It just feels like I've gotten into a good routine with I mean, not really a routine. I'm not a routine person. More like a good flow of just doing my thing, kind of.
Did you always dream of living alone? Would you say?
I don't know if I dreamed of it. I think everyone kind of thinks at some point like, oh, it'd be nice to live alone. I feel like the thing that stops people from like doing it, if they can, is like there's like a fear of being like lonely or like, oh, I don't want to be like all isolated or something.
Yeah.
And I feel like at first, I feel like you go through a period where you feel like that, but eventually, I feel like the reason it's good is that you kind of you adapt in a way where you start to get like comfortable with being alone, whereas at first it feels like scary because it's like so foreign, I guess. Like, or like basically been like force fed this idea that like being alone is like a bad thing or means like, no one likes you or something. Where it's like, sometimes I feel like in life it's kind of necessary to be like, for you to kind of look at the landscape of your life and instead of thinking, oh, like, do these people like me? You start to see like, do I even vibe with these people? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think being alone kind of helps with that, like kind of sort through some of those things. Cause like when you're alone, and especially if you don't feel lonely, it's like you start to get more in tune with your own energy. And so when you go out now and like hang out with people, it's like, you start to see a difference where it's like, oh, when I'm around this person, I feel like I lose that peace I have or something. And I feel like that, you could just say, oh, you do that with everybody, but it's just not the case, I don't think.
Do you think it like this isolation of living alone, is it something that you could get addicted to and kind of
I think you can go too far with it. I think
like SpongeBob sitting his pineapple with his chip and
oh yeah. The gang's all here. Yeah, I think you could get trapped in that if you're I think about this with a lot of things in life. It's like life, everyone's life at some point is gonna break you, right? It's gonna break you, or it's gonna like hurt you. Something's gonna hurt, something's gonna go wrong, something's not gonna pan out the way you wanted it to. And I think the common thing that happens is like when something bad happens or a nightmare scenario happens, it's like your nervous system goes like, okay, like I need to avoid that from happening now. And so, then you get trapped, and people get trapped in a billion ways. Like people who have trust issues because, they get cheated on, or like, someone lies to them or something. And it's like, now you're basically just stuck in a trap of fear.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, I think when you're kind of like alone and isolated, the fear is that, oh, like now I have developed this piece because nobody's messing with me, or like I don't have to react to anybody. So now it's like more of a pain to go like have to deal with other people or something.
Yeah.
But I think, to me, it's like, rather than give in so much to the fear, it's like let that stuff come up, but let it work on you in such a way where it changes your lens and changes your standards.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, say someone did me dirty, it's like, it's not like, oh, now I can't trust anyone. It's saying, okay, well, all the things that I saw from that person that I ignored, or I didn't have a high enough standard for myself, now I know that those people aren't trustworthy, rather than, being like, oh God, like I can't do anything.
Everyone is evil because this person did something bad.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
oh no, the attributes that they showed.
Yeah,
I can see now. I fully agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, the people that I've run to that done me dirty in some capacity, it's like I have glasses on and they were clear.
Yeah.
And now there's little specks.
Yeah.
So it's like a little dirty. And so sometimes you'd be like, I can't wear fucking glasses anymore. I'm not gonna look at anyone anymore. It's gross. But now you're like, no, it's just those things allow you to see kind of things that come up. You can say, oh, there's that and there's that and there's that.
Yeah.
If that made any sense. But
no, yeah.
It's like I'm wearing motorcycle goggles and I'm driving on the interstate. I just got hit by a bug.
Yeah, a big juicer.
A big juicer.
A juicy.
Did you ever have those at the gas stations, the bug juice drinks?
Oh God, no.
Bug juice.
What is that?
They were at the bottom of the shelf, which always was a good sign. But they were always these like colors that didn't quite exist in nature.
Oh my
so
God.
like just the most highlighter yellow, or just the bluest blue, like the blue on the walls right here. And you're just like, yeah, that color doesn't quite exist in nature, so let's put that in my body.
Wait, so what is it? Actual bug juice?
No.
Or like,
I mean, I don't know.
Is it like some sour drink or something?
I think it was just like a sour.
Okay,
I think it was just like
some
like
chemical
a Jolly Rancher that they just melted into.
Like a melted Jolly Rancher.
Yeah. But
foul.
Yeah, you kind of seem like the kind of guy that would drink bug juice.
Yeah, I feel like, that's interesting you say that, actually. That I feel like there's, I don't know. I think I think there's like many different conceptions of what I like from looking at me that are like very, it's interesting to hear people have very different ideas of the type of person I am.
Can I tell you 3 things just by looking at you?
Yeah.
Lava lamps. Oreos.
Okay.
And silly straws.
I would say I like all of those things.
Yeah. Yeah, in my mind you are like you're like the coolest lava lamp guy ever. You know what I mean? So people might have like
how many lava lamp guys do you know? You're the top.
Just probably the one.
You're at the top.
It's like when your mom is like, "You're my favorite youngest son." Well,
you're like,
I
damn.
am
How could I be anything else? Yeah.
But but you're a lava lamp guy. You're like, you go with the flow. You're chill. But when you touch it, it's a little warm. It's a little hot.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm like it's like, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I've changed quite a bit so rapidly that I'm like, it's hard to track myself in certain ways, but I feel like it's like this thing of, I used to feel so much like a yo-yo, I would say, where I was very like, I think the reason I gravitate so much to like spirituality and like things like Taoism or Buddhism things, or like that idea of like finding peace and flow, is because I think I came from such chaos. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's like, I've recognized after a while, it's like, that was I like yearned for it because I felt so much chaos. So it's like, I just felt these counterparts of when I'm kind of like more tapped in. It's like, I feel very like, okay, like I see that it's all okay. And then like when I get caught, I just feel that like just ramped up into this way. So yeah,
it's like you were eating sugar food for your whole life, and you're like, I need a damn salad.
That's honestly not even that inaccurate. Like, yeah, I was raised on Gushers. Like,
yeah, you were hyped up on Gushers.
Yeah, it's probably all the Red 40 made me like
the bug juice,
short fuse or something. Yeah,
but now you're eating salads, and some people are like, you don't want this fucking Gusher? You're like, no, dude. Chicken salad's pretty nice.
Shit. Every once in a while,
pop in a Gusher.
Every once in a while, yeah. But I feel like I feel like that my hot-headedness or like kind of intensity in that way has like cooled. Like, it's cooled in a lot of ways, and then there's other ways that I feel I've learned to like be much more compassionate with myself instead of like resisting myself so much, because I feel like the resistance to yourself causes such like inner turmoil. You know what I mean? Or it's just like, you know, like part of it for me is like, you know, I mean, you know this, but it's like coming from a lot of like childhood pain and stuff like that. It's like that stuff gets so deeply ingrained in you that you don't really know what life is like without seeing it through that lens until you start to actually face it and like heal and like exist within it and like acknowledge it and kind of start to like investigate it and welcome it more. You know, so you can actually see what's there. And it's like, now that I can see more of what's there, it's like when those things happen, it's much easier to understand that I'm not just some like hot-headed person. I have like a part of myself that's like a crying child, and I need to hold that crying child because the hot-headedness was just a different part of me that was stuck in, I have to protect the crying child from everything. But like, I understand I don't have to do that, right? But it's like when that, so it's like a double thing. Like when that stuff comes up, I have to calm the protector and hold the pained child at the same time. You know what I mean?
You're like, I feel like camp counselor.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, but I feel like we all. Yeah, I think the biggest thing I've come to in my own personal journey is like, I realized at a certain point I was just really neurotic. Like ever since I was like a baby, I was just really neurotic about certain things.
It's fair to be neurotic as a baby.
Yeah. Well,
you're okay to cry.
Just like, I don't know, I've always had weird things around decision making. I couldn't make decisions and like just, I don't know, just all that stuff just stressed me out. Or I just had this optimization brain kind of thing. But I feel like in doing that, I became kind of obsessed with like self-improvement in a way, or like kind of like healing and knowing myself more and all this stuff. But I think I finally came to a point within the past month where I'm really seeing that stuff is, the stuff actually changes, or it's like, I guess the point of it is not to change it or like get rid of your neuroses and how you're neurotic. You get rid of your hot-headedness or get rid of this and rid of this, even though naturally it does kind of change or whatever. But it's like the goal is just to like accept those parts of yourself and understand why they're there, kind of thing. And then I think in doing that, you naturally kind of start to come to more balance and stuff like that. Because I realize so much of it is just you. Basically, it's just the fact that you like don't like yourself or hate yourself or don't think you're worth anything, or like you're just pushing all of it away and thinking you have to be better or something. But it's like, I don't have to be better. I have to be more myself. You know what I mean? 'Cause so much of it is not being yourself, and you're pushing it away to be some other shit. But
living alone probably gives you more time to hang out with yourself. You know, you've probably gotten to experience a lot of all that, which is awesome. Which we can talk more about. But I want to get into how did we meet? How did that happen, Mr. Mason? Thank you for doing this, by the way.
This
is super fun.
You know,
You know,
it's a pain to talk. Bro.
Shit.
You got me on a good day, buddy.
Oh fuck.
You
got me on a good day, pal.
You're lucky. You're lucky this is one of my good days.
The Boy Scout shows up at the door to sell you cookies.
Oh my god.
You're lucky. You got me on a good day, boy.
You're lucky you got me post-conviction.
What is he at church? We'll get it.
I mean, the camp counselors, you know. I've been a camp counselor. They're all no.
They're all doing.
They're all diddlers.
No. Yeah, only about 3 of them.
Yeah, only some of them.
They have to do. They got to slip through the hiring process.
I'm not going to answer your question. I'm just going to talk about pedophilia instead.
I think that'll make for remarkable.
True.
But
it's relevant.
It's sadly relevant.
Sadly relevant.
Unfortunately, very relevant.
Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Yeah, but are you asking like through my own lens? How did we meet?
Yeah, because it was about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Ish. Well, yeah. We'll talk about more.
I haven't even thought of the timeline of what.
Yeah. Because we went to the same school.
Let's see. It was probably 2022. So yeah.
Yeah, because that's when I graduated, and that's when you were in the company.
Yeah. So I guess we met. Well, I mean, technically we met before we hung out, but you seem to remember that, and I don't.
Yeah, there was a moment where you had just performed in a play, doing company, and I was still in 2nd year. So you were like,
which play?
Bro, you put me on the spot. Probably Judas Iscariot because he did that 37 times or something. No, because that would have been later.
Yeah,
it don't matter. But you just done. I think it was probably the one where it was you dealing with all the women. I don't remember what that play was called. Or it was like you in the hotel room.
I was more curious about the how into the year was it? Basically.
Oh,
so that was the first one.
It was warm outside.
It was probably the first one.
But that doesn't help anything because it's Los Angeles.
Starts like August. Well, yeah, that's true. It's always warm.
I just remember you had just done a play where you were cool. It must have been the one where you were wearing the suit the whole time. I was like, maybe it's cool.
Or I was a frat dude.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember. Anyway, you were walking down and you were wearing like crazy looking socks, and I just remember going like, "Dude, nice socks," and you were like, "Thanks, man." I kept walking, and it was like,
what's your opinion about this? Or like what? Yeah. What did you think? It was
sort of like in Monsters Inc. when the doors open and the big scares come out. And I was Mike Wazowski going, fuck, that guy was cool. And you walked right past me and you're like, thanks, man. I was like, shit, that guy's cool. And then
were you like disappointed?
I wasn't disappointed. I just sort of expected that, you know, because you're sort of like, I'm a fucking chud. Like I'm nobody.
It's like so. You're like not the first person to tell me that.
What?
And it's like no, just that like I think certain people like it's so weird to me. I feel like it's weird to everybody because I talked to my friend, Momo about this because he said he's gotten this. I think if I'm wrong and he watches this, I don't know, but I think it was him. But it's like it's always weird to me because like I think this is what I was talking about with conceptions. It's like some people like look at me like as like a cool guy, like kind of in a cliche, kind of stereotypical way. It's like, oh, that guy's cool.
Bro, actually, really quick, do you know who you remind me of? Chester the Cheetah guy. You're like that guy.
That's like the greatest compliment I've ever gotten. Honestly,
like that is you,
dude. Fuck yeah. I did something right in life if that's my essence.
Anyway,
my aura is
your
Chester
aura
the Cheetah.
The Cheetah guy, bro.
That's so sick. All right, cool. I'm gonna get some. You know what? I'll get some art in here.
Bro,
I'll get some Cheetos board shorts.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna do it all. I'm gonna embrace it. What if I just become like a Cheetos advertisement because you said that to me?
Dude, one day, you never know.
But yeah, it's just funny to me because I'm like so. I think to me, when I think, because I just think about everything, but when I think about stuff like that, I feel like what makes people perceive you like that is just like being into whatever you're into, kind of, or like not not being so concerned with other people's like opinions about what you're doing, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I think we all have that within reason, you know what I mean? But I guess in like at least in like an outward way of how I'm gonna like live my life is like up to me, or like marching to the beat of your own drum or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, but it's funny because to me it's like I'm just some guy. You know what I mean? Like I like look at some other people like that or something, but it's like, I had some conversation recently with someone like I didn't know that well, but and I'm not gonna like say their name because I don't want to like out them or something. But right not that it's bad, but just that I had some conversation with like some person was kind of like, like I was very like envious of you for years or something, and I was so like, why? Like I was like, why? Like I feel like I just had the same life as anyone else. Or like, especially me, because to me, I'm like, I feel like I have a lot of struggles that like I feel like probably a lot of other people don't have or something, which is probably not true, but I don't know. They're just like, like it's like, oh, you have this, you had this beautiful fiance, or you're just like good at these things and like all this stuff. And I just think about stuff like that where it's like we really just like look at other people's life through like symbols, right? Where it's like, oh, like you have the symbols of all these things that make up a good life or whatever, but it's like the reality of all those symbols doesn't feel as glamorous as the symbol, right?
Yeah,
where
true.
it's like, where it's like I was happy, like I enjoyed my life and stuff, but it's like nobody has a perfect life. Nobody like, it's like I feel grateful for a lot of things, but it's like I was struggling a lot in like a billion different ways. Or people will be like, oh, like I don't know. I thought I feel like you're just this. You don't react to anything, or you're this like chill guy. I'm like, I remember like the fucking Oliver Boone from our school. Like when I was with my ex, like he was just like, like I feel like you just don't react to anything. You're just this like chill guy. And she was like, oh no, you got it all wrong. But I was like, I actually kind of freak out about like random stuff. I don't feel like I'm really like that anymore nearly as much, but it's just funny to think about, because I'm like, you would just think I'm like, that's why I just like anything you think about people, it's like, it's probably not true.
It's probably not true
it's
at
probably
all.
Not true. It's like every human's got a billion things on one side of the spectrum, a billion things on the other side of the spectrum. And the grass is never actually greener until you make your own grass greener.
Exactly.
That's when the grass gets greener.
Yeah. You fertilize it.
Yeah,
poop on
fertilizer,
your grass, bro.
Yeah, wipe your ass on your fucking grass, brother.
Put that
next time you
put Chester the Cheetah.
Next time you have a fucking violent diarrhea, you best be butt dragging yourself across your lawn.
Good, because you're making the furt, bro.
I've been furting all morning.
Bro, my furt's been real bad.
Yeah, when you say you're furting, you're actually just rubbing your diarrhea-filled ass across your lawn. It's like
all we talk about is diarrhea.
I think the thing I liked about Under Tape so much was that I feel that all three of us had like we all have like a different idea of what's funny, but there's like an intersection where it's like something that I would write by myself thinking it's funny, something you would write, and something Jake would write are all very individually different. Like where I don't know, like there would be things I would write where you'd be like, I wouldn't find that funny or something, and vice versa or whatever. But then there's some intersection of like, it's like I think the intersection, how I would describe it, is just something like insanely stupid.
Yeah, that's pretty much where we all came
It's
together.
just really stupid, but it's like, I think I think what I find funny about stupid stuff like that is something that it's like, to me, it's like the things I find funny are like situational, where it's like it's like a really like stupid situation that's just like, it's like the essence of like, how the fuck did that even happen? like where it's like the things I find funny is like something where someone's kind of innocent and they don't really know like what's going on, but they have like good intentions, and it's just things that are going horribly wrong.
Like
and
name one of our like sketches, like a name, like example with what? Because some of our sketches were just like weird shit we found funny, whatever. But as you said that, I could think through a number of them that were just like a guy that sort of finds himself in just the most what the fuck situation and has to kind of
I
deal
can't
with
think of one off the. I'm thinking of like the thing we're writing right now is what
Yeah.
I'm thinking of. Like, but I can't think of an unearthed days thing. That's I don't know. What are you thinking of?
I mean, yeah, right off the bat, I mean, like boy auction, where it was me,
yeah, the boy auction's the epitome of that. Yeah,
boy auction, and then Atheists United.
yeah, basically, yeah. It's always you too. Like,
I mean, that was funny. It's me because I'm sort of. That's well, and we talked about that too. That's
the milk drinking competition.
Oh my god.
That was kind of you though.
That was on me, bro.
Yeah, but continue your thought.
But no, because we talk about that so much actually, and you've called me for advice on this, where I find myself genuinely in the strangest of situations in Los Angeles, just because it's a paid opportunity, or not even paid. Sometimes it's just copy and credit. So it naturally made sense for Alex to be the one that's the victim.
You know what I will say is, I think, and you correct me if I'm wrong. This is my take on why these things happen to you.
Okay.
I think you have a belief that you have to suffer for your art.
Yeah. I think
would you agree with that?
You might be onto something with that, yeah.
Or I think it because it's like a cliche.
Yeah.
Or it's like the vision of like, okay, we're out here, we're all struggling, so it's like, you know, I'm gonna do the thing and struggle kind of thing, like where it's like we do it, and I'm not gonna say it hasn't paid off for you. I think it has paid off for you a lot.
Once in a while.
One, you have, well, I mean, it's like it's pros and cons. I mean, on one hand, it's like you got a bunch of film experience, you got a bunch of footage that's actually usable. Like that's something that like I've had to dig for footage sometimes, so it's like that stuff's good. Like that's actually helping you. You know what I mean? That you're saying yes to everything. And then there's like the other side of it where you wind up in the horrific situations. Like I will say, like I had the same thought about it. Yeah. And then when I got into a really bad situation, I was like, I can't do this. Like I was just like, I can't. Yeah. So like, but I think, kind of talking about that trap thing where you're kind of afraid, like I think I actually did go far in the other direction of like, if this is not worth it to me, I'm not gonna fucking do it. So yeah, there was one time where I was like, I don't know if I want to like audition for this or do this, because I would have to drive like 16 hours to go do it.
Brutal.
And you're just like, well, we're here to act.
Well, it's also, I think it's you have to find that good middle ground, because most people that found what they wanted to do and who they wanted to be had to struggle to get there. And I think the word struggle is the right word, but also like, don't do anything crazy. Like I've done some like crazy stuff just to, have footage, or just like to meet people and stuff like that. And sometimes it's turned out great and sometimes it's not. But it makes for a good story. And I don't know, but I would say, I've become better at it. But you're kind of right though. I do think like if I didn't struggle for a lot of what I was going for, it wouldn't mean anything. That's kind of what I've found.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's like an interesting way to relate to that idea or something. The idea that like, that's actually very profound. I think. I think that's like because I feel like it describes a lot of people's life. Yeah. That I feel like it's like to suffer for something gives it meaning.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like it's like, I feel like it's not true.
What do you mean?
But I feel like we all, or it's like a common feeling amongst people, but I feel like is that true? Like, is it true that something can't be meaningful if you don't suffer for it?
I mean, I don't know if it has to be suffer, but sort of that idea of stepping out to go get something or do something. Sort of, I have this like truth or tenet, whatever you want to call it, that I live by, that I don't remember how exactly I wrote it down, but it was essentially like, I'll always prefer returning to the fire once I've stepped out than staying by the fire the whole time or something. Like the warmth of the fire. I don't know. I'll have to look at it again. I should have remembered it. But sort of that idea of like the warmth from a fire is going to feel better when you've left and come back than if all you know is just sitting by that fire. Because, yeah, it's nice. But that feeling of like when you were a kid and you were in the hot tub and then you jumped in the pool in the hotel and it was freezing. And you got out of the pool and you ran back in the hot tub. It's like, yeah, the hot tub was really nice and you didn't really need to leave it. It was good. But that feeling, now you know how nice it is because you've jumped in that hotel pool and how cold it was. But now that feeling of like, oh, I'm in this hot tub and I really appreciate it. And so I think a lot of my life has been running away from the fire to go struggle, maybe to pursue something. And that comes with sacrifice, like not getting to see family, or missing out on other things in life, or I don't know.
Can I offer a question to you?
Yeah.
Do you think there's any part of you that finds the sitting by the warm fire too long to be uncomfortable?
Yeah.
To be enjoying something too much.
Right. And that's what comes with the problem is sometimes you think the struggle is supposed to be the whole thing. But I think sometimes I misinterpret being by the fire as something wrong sometimes. I think there's something wrong with it. So I leave. And sometimes the fire can be, use an example for a comfortable life. And so you leave it to go do something. But sometimes the fire represents healthy, and because I don't know what that feels like sometimes, I leave it.
I think that's the realest ass shit ever, honestly.
Yeah.
I think so many people are like, I really resonate with that a lot.
Yeah.
That idea. Or like, there's like some quote that's like, it's like you don't heal to learn how to deal with like depression and anxiety and unworthiness and not feeling loved. It's like you heal to learn how to handle joy and like learn how to handle being comfortable and peaceful, because it's like so foreign to so many people, like especially like if they kind of grow up in like a bit of an unstable environment or something. It's like so foreign that when it comes, your body's reaction to it is like, it's like an unknown that you're kind of like, it's like uncomfortable. You know what I mean? And it's like, I feel like to do anything to like change that weight or like what side the weight's going on involves a lot of like kind of like discomfort. It's like discomfort and kind of like accepting that it's like owning that you're uncomfortable with good things. Like, I think that's a hard thing to do, but I feel like that's what I've been doing a lot is like, I've noticed I'm way more uncomfortable like with, or at least I think it's changing now because I'm like really looking at it a lot, but it's like I realized I was way more comfortable with like being treated shitty than like somebody who being around people who brought me peace. Like I was like addicted to chaos. Like I was like, at a certain point I was like, why am I only ever around people who are chaotic as hell? Or like I just feel like I'm jerking around all over the place and it feels shitty, but it's like this thing of like, it's almost like it's like terrifying to not have it. It's weird. It's like being on an island that's like full of like cougars or something that are like trying to eat you all the time. No, it's like full of tigers trying to kill you. And then you see like an island across there that has no tigers on it. And like has everything you need, but you need to like swim through waters that you don't know whether or not they're shark infested or something. Where it's like you're literally, it wouldn't matter because you're sitting on an island that's full of danger. But there's something about your body. It's like the fact that you don't know what's going to happen is scarier than just sitting on the island, because you're kind of like, and I think this happens subconsciously, but you're like, I've survived this long, or like it just feels like, oh yeah, this is what it is, or something.
The cuts heal, you know.
Yeah,
these scars, whatever. I don't
exactly.
care. I'll just keep getting them. I know they heal.
Yeah,
and they just put up with the tigers mauling them.
No, literally. Yeah.
And when it's anything like that. It could be a relationship. It could be your career. It could just be your home. Like, you kind of can settle. And yeah, I've seen a lot of friends where they just kind of settle, whether that's a relationship or a lifestyle. And yeah, it's like it just takes a little bit of effort, a little bit of potential going through the shark waters. But
yeah, and it's not like I found too, it's like you want it to be some type of like one-time big decision.
Yeah.
But it's like a series of a million choices every day. It's like you're kind of always like, I feel like I've been really intensely, rapidly changing this for like a year at this point, probably a little more even. And it's just like, it's like still the old life calls to me, or the old way of being calls to me all the time. But it's just like making so many of those small choices where you're like, I don't want to choose that anymore.
Yeah.
Versus like, there are moments where you feel like you're jumping off a cliff, you know what I mean? They're like really scary or something, when something big happens or whatever, where you're like really saying no to something you would have like, I think it's like when you're saying no to the things you've used to, it's like you're pushing away a life jacket or something that feels like a life jacket to like try to tread water for the first time. And it's fucking terrifying. But you're like, you do it, and it feels like you just jumped off a cliff, and your body's like, what the fuck are you doing? But, you know, beyond that, it is just like, you'll choose things that kind of put you back there a billion times, but then you'll start choosing the things that move you forward 1,000,002 times or something. It's just, and it takes a lot of time. You know, just, it takes time, and like, I don't know. I just realized it's like so much about not being in such a rush, I guess. Just letting, it's like your life will basically, this is getting philosophical, right? But it's like your life is set up in such a way where it's going to give you everything you need to do what you're here to do, right? But it's like, the more you can trust that the mechanism is doing it, and the more you let go of your own, the whole, not my will but thy will, O Lord. It's like the more you let go of trying to be the one controlling it and changing everything, and just trusting that the mechanism is changing you circumstantially all the time. And like the things that are born in you, the impulses and stuff like that, the ways you change, the lessons and the teachings in your life, it's all happening no matter what. Then it's like, that's when you start to find a little more peace in it. And that's like a constant, I think, battle we all have, is like the way you'll be like kind of flowing and letting go, and then all of a sudden you like, something will happen where you go like, you know, like, and then it's just paying attention to those things, really. Like, when do I do that? Like, why do I do it? Or
Do you think life is predetermined, or do you think it's up to the person to create it?
I think there's multiple levels to it. I think,
is it a pyramid scheme?
Yes. I'm a determinist, so I think everything is determined.
What does that mean?
Like I think everything that happens was always going to happen, basically. But I think ultimately that's what the deal is. That everything that's going to happen has already happened, right? Because time doesn't exist linearly. We experience it linearly, and we track it with our brain, right? Where it's like, if we didn't have a mind that could remember and predict, then we would have no continuity of moments, right?
Yeah.
It's like the only reason I can have a continuity of you walking into my house and us starting talking is because I have a memory. And the only reason I can have a fuck is this guy in my house. All right, exactly.
This guy with a podcast.
And that's the thing. It's like your brain is the one kind of meaning making all of it and going, okay, story happening. Like there's a story of you coming in, us doing this, how I feel about it, how all this stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like time doesn't have like personal feelings and narratives like that. It just is, right? So it's like the in that way, or I mean, there's a billion other things I can go into, but I essentially think that it's all basically laid out by you from a non-physical perspective. And this physical perspective is more limited in its scope of what it can understand as happening. But I think there's a non-physical aspect of your consciousness that chose it all.
Damn.
Like this is like I guess a Hindu idea, but it's like that you are essentially a character on a stage, and you chose to play this character. You chose the exact package you were born into. You chose your parents. You chose where you were born. You chose every major event of your life. You chose every little thing because you knew that all the things that were going to happen were going to teach you and awaken you to something, right? To see a new aspect of the whole through this life. Right. But I think there's a level to the way in which we experience that, though, right? So it's like, if I go completely out of body in some deep meditation, I can experience that there's not a leaf. Like there's a quote in like the East that's like, not a leaf turns without God behind it, where it's like, I can see every tiny little thing. The way I move my foot right now is absolutely correct. Like it's absolutely perfect, and you can't stray from that perfection. But there is a level where we experience having free will, right? Where I can experience, I am deciding to put my leg here. Whoa! Right? Yeah. And I experience as the guy who did that.
Congratulations, guy who did that.
Thank you. But does that mean it actually was me? Does that mean I'm the one who did decide it truly, even though I experienced it like that? Or was the fact that I moved my leg there caused by a billion other causes and effects that I can't see?
I mean, technically, every decision everyone's ever made has led to the moment of you being able to move the leg.
And what dictates someone's decision? Like the second you're born, it's like all of the trillions of causes and effects from the second you take your first breath it's like built into that package that I was going to do that.
Yeah.
So am I really choosing it? Am I really straying from it? Or was I always going to do it?
Yeah.
Was it born in me? You know, can I change what was born for me or something? Like how could I know?
Yeah.
Truly.
Have you seen Arrival?
Your reaction to existential dread is, have you seen Arrival? do you know Amy Adams?
What's your opinion on Amy?
What's your opinion on George Clooney? No, I haven't.
Yeah, have you seen Ocean's 11?
I really liked Ocean's 11.
I really like how they set up everything. You just can't even tell.
I hope anyone who watches or listens to this, just like the second I just start talking about any of that, they just start panicking and start thinking about Ocean's 11.
And then the fact that we brought up Ocean's 11 makes them panic even more. They're like,
I was not in charge of deciding if I was... It's a synchronicity. The elves are talking to me.
Oh, fuck. I have no choice but to run my car into this pole.
Damn. Yeah, I hope I just gave everyone who watches this psychosis.
Fuck yeah, that's the goal of this thing.
Spiritual psychoses. Dude, that's a real thing though. I've met people with spiritual psychosis.
What does that mean?
Like, where it's just like,
is it Ghostbusters or what?
No, it's just people like, here's the thing. It's like when you tell people you're spiritual or something, everyone has like a very clear idea of what that is in their head, which is typically kind of negative, right?
Like you probably don't tip.
People just think that. Yes.
Yeah.
But people just, it's like the connotation of it is just like, you imagine some like hippy dippy kind of like, I don't use logic kind of person, right? Yeah, like I don't shower and like I just like live off the grass and all this.
Milk.
Yeah. Like I'm just like, but
onions. Yeah.
It's like, and I think there are people out there like that, not in a bad way, like that type of vibe, but like there are people out there who are like, how I think about it is I've had absolutely otherworldly nutty experiences that, if I just say to somebody, they're gonna be like, most people are like, dude, like what the fuck are you talking about, kind of thing. Which I'm like, I get that. But it's like my brother's like he's like a mathematician, so he's very kind of like
logic.
Very much. Like he's probably the smartest person I've ever met. Like he's a fucking actual genius, right? And we arrive at the same conclusions about things philosophically, but we just take completely opposite ways to get there. But
that's cool.
Over a long period of time, it's like he now like believes a lot of the stuff I say. And the reason he said that he believes that, or he really just trusts what I say, is that I've talked to him for a long time, and he's like, you don't have the same vibe as somebody just saying crazy shit, right? He's like, you have a very consistent line of thinking about everything and a very consistent way of communicating it. And it's like, and it's like not having a desperation to be believed either. It's like those things. It's like where you can be grounded in it, like grounded in like, okay, having all those things, but also putting it into perspective. You have a human life you have to live and all that stuff. But I think some people like, and I get it from having those experiences, but some people can't like come back to grounding it. You know what I mean? Like, so they're just kind of like living off in the cosmos, and it's like trying to bring a bunch of people that haven't experienced that or have no context for what you're talking about into it. But it's like you can't do that. People, it's like having the groundedness to understand nobody has the context for what you're talking about. So you have to communicate in such a way where you're understanding that. Right.
I think that's really cool with your brother, because it's like you're both going up the same mountain, you're just taking different paths, and it's kind of cool. Not drag your brother on this path that you would want to take, and he's not going to drag you. Sort of letting each other do that that's cool, and I think that takes a lot. Because some people are like, no, I learned stuff this way, so it has to be this way. You need to learn it too, and that's when people go, ugh.
Dude, actually, that's such like a like. Let's talk about how much of a fucking like how prevalent of a trap righteousness is. My God, righteousness is one of the most sticky ego traps in existence. Like it really is. Like just thinking that you're more right than someone else. Like in it could be anything. And I say this as somebody who's like, I think I was like lost in righteousness because of like some weird trauma OCD shit or something. But like if I just like looked at something like this is what happened, and someone like remembered it differently than me, I'm like, no.
Actually, right? You were that kid.
Well, not that kid, but like I think it just as an adult maybe. And just like I was just so into my own perspective of things that I would just be very like, I could like hear someone out and shit, but I think nowadays it's more like I kind of have seen. I think when I did a lot of healing, I saw how much of righteousness comes from terror. It comes from the fear of not knowing what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean? It's like we build a structure that we have to believe in wholeheartedly because it's the only thing keeping us from thinking we've fucking lost everything. And we're just floating in a meaningless universe where we don't know what's happening, and it's all utter chaos or something.
And maybe the structure is full of tigers, and you're keeping yourself there because you think that's it. When in reality, if you left it, it would probably be scary. But maybe that structure isn't for you, or that mountain that you're climbing isn't the right one.
I mean, it causes righteousness causes a lot of like when we're talking about separation and shit. I think about things in terms of I don't want to like I want to do as little as possible that separates me from other people and instead brings us together.
Yeah.
And I think like that righteousness is one of the ways that it's just really sticky because it's really hard to let go of.
Yeah.
But it's something that like really separates you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like really like you're being super stubborn about being who you are.
Yeah.
It's like, I am this guy and I think these things and this is how it is.
Yeah.
It's just so rigid.
It's all in your Instagram bio.
Yeah. Keep it in the Instagram bio, bud.
I don't want any of that shit.
Shut your bitch ass up, bud. Keep it in the Instagram bio.
That's
like such a brutal thing to say to someone. They say something they really believe in. You're like, keep it in the bio, bud. Take a Key and Peele quote. I am a sociopath.
When does time feel fast for you?
What an interesting question.
Damn,
look at you, good interviewer guy.
I looked it up on the internet.
Okay, well,
I am not
I
creative.
take back everything I said.
Everything
I've ever said to you positively, I take you back. You shrivel up like a raisin. My positivity was keeping you afloat. When does time feel fast? Bug juice.
When you drink bug juice, that's when it feels fast?
When I drink bug juice. When I'm fucking.
6.
No, not actually. It actually feels slow.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, let's walk through your sex life. I'm just kidding.
What sex life is that? What sex life is that?
Shit, bro.
Yeah, I'm celibate. I'm saving myself.
Celibate sounds like something a bug would do.
Yes, celebrate.
Celibate.
I will say, this is dead ass though.
Yeah.
I actually do feel like, not even by choice, but just because I've learned that it like feels too bad to my soul.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm actually saving myself for somebody emotionally safe.
Woo!
Like that's actually how I feel. Like it's like,
nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried, I went through like a bad breakup that you know of, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I tried just going out and, exploring my sexual life and things
Los
like
Angeles,
that.
Yeah.
I was just like, dude, it's just basically repeating the same pattern of just being around like unhealthy people.
Yeah,
you just want to be suffering, basically.
You like the tiger.
Yeah,
tiger
you just like
your back.
You like the intensity of the ups and downs. That's what it is.
Yeah,
but at a certain point,
we've probably also been the toxic person that somebody's talked about at some capacity, at some point. All right, maybe just me.
Well,
but
I think I can think of one situation where I was like, I just went through a breakup, didn't know what I was doing or what I wanted, and I was kind of I was pretty inconsistent there.
Yeah,
I can see a way that someone would be like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, I wonder how much I've helped the economy with that. You know what I mean?
What you pay?
I just didn't make the right call, or didn't know what I wanted, and it caused somebody to have to go get coffee with someone to talk about it.
It caused someone to go be like, I can't believe this guy did that. Fucking guy.
Yeah, I think about that a lot, but I wonder how much I helped the economy. Probably a little bit.
I was a childhood bully. We all got our shit.
Yeah, fuck yeah, you were. It's like your type, dude. That's all you play right now. You're in the Darman videos bullying the shit.
Dude, literally, actually, I started putting a new reel together, and I'm like, it's funny that 90% of the footage is just me shitting on somebody.
Well, let's look at what my footage is. 90% of it is people shitting on me. So
we're a match made in heaven.
In hell, I would say.
Fucking talk to me.
Yeah, no, it's true. I think that's why a lot of our sketches, you were the one that was just fucking annihilating.
It's actually sad. Yeah, it's sad. I'll just say that I did a mobile game ad where I had to be some stereotypical kind of over the top bully. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What are you doing, bud? Or that kind of guy. Yeah. And literally, I with those things, I'll just improv a lot because I'm they usually are pretty don't really care that much. Yeah. So I was just at the end of the take, I would just start. I just would lay out 7 roasts straight of the actor I was working with who I was supposed to be bullying, just just everything they could just roast, just nonstop, right? And then like at the end they would like cut, and then the director was just like, "Damn, like have you done this before?" like everyone was like, "Whoa!" Like,
well, this guy's fucked up.
And I was just like, honestly, like, well, dude, this is the thing. You understand? It's like in young male friend groups, you're either the hammer or the nail. It's true. You're like
cow or the butcher.
Like no, but like legit, you're either the hammer or the nail, and no one wants to be the nail.
Yeah.
And so you have to learn how to be the hammer, kind of.
Yeah.
Like you have to learn how to get very witty and quick to survive socially.
Yep.
And but everyone's the nail at some point.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but then luckily eventually you grow up and you're like, why do we do this? Like it's just some weird like Neanderthal shit.
Yeah.
Where you're like, you want to be like,
Thankfully, I had a lot of people in my life that made other people feel bad for bullying the nail. You know what I mean?
Good.
They were like, Jesus Christ, bro, you can't bully the nail.
Yeah, that's we need more fucking people like that, honestly, because
and like growing up, my parents were very much like, don't make fun of your brother, and your brother can't make fun of you, which was good, but I also didn't really learn then
how the world works
growing up. So like, I have nothing against that. Like, parenting is the hardest thing because you do something to help them and then somehow it hinders something. So it's like, I don't fault them at all. It's a good thing. But at the same time, there was a lot of times where I was like, damn, I have no friends. They all make fun of me the whole time. It took me a long time to learn, like, no, they actually care a lot about you. They're just dudes.
I mean, it's also like as a child though, like as a child, everyone's a child, so like no one's gonna like no one takes seriously the damage that they cause. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or they just like don't think about it.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of just like, I feel like you're just kind of lost in your own whatever. Your kid, you don't really know.
Well, yeah, they're also you're going through something as a kid, and so your outlet is to bully.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially as a child, like you have no concept of that at all. Like to you don't think you're doing anything,
right?
You know, but it's like
trying to make your friends laugh.
Yeah. The really, it's fucked up, and obviously, you know, we should stop like anything we can do to help that. But the worst thing to me is when you just grow up and you just never fucking mature. To me, when you're like a fucking 25-year-old man, a 30-year-old man, you still do that. It's just like, bro, like there's a reason no one talks to you, bro. like actually, like
no,
it's just like at some point you just gotta face the fact that you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
and like
it's embarrassing.
It's
genuinely embarrassing watching bullies at our age.
It's pathetic.
Bro,
it's pathetic.
We've done this part. Like we're
it's
past
like,
this.
Dude, it's like I remember doing that when I was in 6th grade.
Yeah.
It's like at what point do you just like, you know,
Stop.
like when I don't know. Yeah, it's I think it's just people who they just can't like look at themselves in a negative light, or like they have too much pride to the point where they will literally like just ruin their entire life just to not be like, oh, I was wrong. Like, that's my thing is like, dude, think about how fucking easy it would be to just be like, you know what? I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Well, that's what that's saying.
2 sentences.
Yeah, that's the thing we're talking about. Righteous behavior. When you're righteous, you're proud of things, and there's positives to that, but it's also negatives of your blinders.
Oh yeah.
And the how hard it is for people to say they're wrong. And like I experienced it too. There's so many things in my life that I've been wrong about and that I see now and I'm like, yeah, I was wrong about that. But how hard it is to admit that outward. Yeah. I mean, that's why it takes usually 1:30 for a Disney movie, because it takes at least 1:30 for the villain to go, sorry about that. I shouldn't have been that way. You know what I mean? So I don't know. So I'm always looking for things that I'm wrong about so that I'm less of a douchebag.
Hey, aren't we all? Literally, that's just one of the best qualities you can have. I think to have a healthy relationship too, you need to be able to do that. Like, because I just find this like with, especially close relationships, like even family members or like really close friends. It's like the reason that there's like a cliche of you treat those people the worst is because you're the least afraid of them leaving you and or judging you, right? So it's like you're just more candid, and I think like So it's just understanding there's a level of that it creates kind of unconsciousness around certain things, or you start kind of like not softening certain things in ways you should. And I think I'm really guilty of that. Like, I think I realized I'm a person who's like, I'm very direct, which is good in some ways and necessary in certain contexts, but also bad in other contexts, you know, where it's just like, I'm not good at changing how I say something based on, like, I can, it's just if I get really passionate about something, I like prioritize the clarity of the message rather than how I think someone's going to take it. You know what I mean? And I think that's like bad in a lot of ways, but, or like, there's just certain areas where it's like, I need to understand, like, to not do that. But just accepting, like, those things are going to happen in relationships and shit. And you need to be able to be self-aware and be like, oh, I was a dick there for no reason just because I was stressed about this other thing. Or like, that person did not deserve that at all. And to go like, you didn't deserve that at all. I was just being a dick. This is why I was being a dick. And that was fucked up and unfair. And I'm sorry and I love you.
And they're like, fuck yeah, let's get a Frosty.
Dude, there are people out there who will just fucking gaslight you instead.
True.
There really are. Like, well, you know, you could like say some fucking really profoundly deep shit about like, you know, I feel like this is happening and this is like a way that, you know, this was unfair to me or something. And then someone will be like, yeah, like, oh my gosh, you're right. Like, I'm sorry or something. And a day later, they'll come back to you and be like, yeah, so I thought about it and just everything you said, I think you're doing that. And you're just like, bro.
All right.
Yeah. And if you don't have enough self-awareness, then you'll just be like, oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Bro, I want to be the king of self-awareness. Like, I want to be the guy that is so self-aware, it's like insane. Like, I feel like the more self-aware you are, like, I don't even know. I feel like life is just better. The people that aren't self-aware about stuff drive me nuts.
Crazy.
And, you know, and I've been there, and there are things in my life I'm sure I'm not even self-aware about yet. But, oh my God. Like, movies that are self-aware. Instantly, I love them more, right? That know what they are. Sharknado didn't go for the Oscar. It knew what it was. And it adds a level of charm, right? I feel like it's the same thing as people. If they're like, they're self-aware who they are, and they can make fun of themselves. I mean, yeah, that's really all I look for in a woman, to be honest. Can you make fun of yourself? Can you be authentic in that way?
I think self-awareness is a fucking superpower.
It is.
Self-awareness and authenticity are superpowers. Yeah. Because also the most dangerous combination in history in a person is not being self-aware and
I have a bomb.
and I have a gun. It's not being self-aware and being self-destructive.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, and then like going back to like they get addicted to it because that's all they know.
Or like hating yourself. Self-loathing and not being self-aware of the fact that you're self-loathing. Is the most dangerous combination in a human. That's how you get fucking woman beaters. That's how you get rapists. That's how you get just manipulators, gaslight. They just don't know what they're doing. And they're destroying you and themselves. And they don't know how to stop it.
And it's
and they think it's your
not
fault.
Impacting just them.
It
is so brutal for the world to have to deal with. You know,
it is such like I feel like it takes because you know there's two sides of that spectrum. But I feel like for like anxiously attached kinds of people or like people who like you know didn't get love and they like were always looking for it or something. For those kind of people who are like for empaths type people, it's like the longest lesson ever to learn that compassion and empathy don't equate to emotional investment. Like you can have compassion and empathy for somebody. That doesn't mean you should invest more energy in them.
Yeah, you can step back.
Yeah, that doesn't mean you should have them in your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. It takes so long to like because you just think, oh, like I want to be empathetic, or I see why this person's this. I think that's like a curse. It's a curse of mine. It's like I feel like I can see why someone is a certain way so clearly sometimes that it almost feels like it's easier to kind of like just feel like, okay, like I can kind of just forgive.
Yeah.
Right. But it's just learning like even like this is the craziest part, I think. Even people who are like gaslighters or like not self-aware, I found that every time I've met someone who I think is like a narcissist or like actually fucked up, I find that they have moments of complete lucidity, like complete self-awareness. And I think the moments of complete self-awareness are what hook you back into the cycle where it's like they'll all of a sudden be like so clear and honest about like, I know I've been treating you wrong. I know you didn't deserve this, this, and this, and they can name it. They take accountability for it. They say, I want to do better. I don't want to treat you this way. I want to do this, this, and this, and I'm going to. And then they just they can't stop. They can't change.
Yeah.
You know, they just go right back to it immediately. Like,
yeah.
You know, I feel like I experienced that with my dad for a long time. And, you know, I think I'm really proud of him because he's grown a fuck ton, and I have a much better relationship with him now. He's huge. No, but like, yeah, just I feel like I was raised in that kind of deal or whatever. Like, but and I've seen it in a lot of people, you know, that it's just like, but you just have to, like, my rule that I gave myself is like, once it's like, okay, once is like a misstep. Twice, I will never, ever, ever believe that you'll change. And I have to. Like, it's more practical than like real. Like, where it's like, I have to believe that you're never going to change, or I will give you too many chances.
Yeah.
Like, I have to just say, that is who you are.
You mean like...
That's a pattern.
You mean like... somebody lies to you?
Yeah. Like someone...
Not like, oh, I didn't clean out the dishwasher.
No, I mean some. I mean,
there's
some
levels
shit.
to it.
Yeah, it's like, well, to me, it's like, it's not some shit like that. It's like more mistreatment.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, you like ghosted me, or you like, you like lied to me.
It's more in behavior.
It's behavioral patterns.
Yeah,
if your behavioral patterns are like destructive or unstable or unhealthy, and they cause me pain in some way, then it's like, okay, you had a moment, but the second I see it again, it's like, this is a pattern, and you'll do it 80 fucking times until I walk away. So I might as well just, like, that's what I've had to learn.
Some people are testing to see what they can get away
with.
And
literally.
The more you put up with it, the more it's just them going, okay, I can do more. And maybe that's not even a conscious decision of what they're doing. You know, it's just, it's something ingrained in them that is testing it. They're not even actively.
It's because they don't. It's like they don't. They've learned how to survive is to be inauthentic. Basically, it's just like, it's all about the image that they're projecting and how that affects you, rather than just actually being honest. Like, you know, I don't know. I'll just say that my having to like walk away from my last ex was like probably one of the hardest things I ever experienced, really, because it was just like, you know, the whole situation was bad or whatever, but like, it was just so fucking difficult because of that. That it's like they do horrible fucking things that you're like, nobody who ever actually loves me would ever do this, or someone who wasn't super fucked up. But then it's like they'll come back, and it's almost like you don't recognize them for fucking however long, and all of a sudden they come back, and it's just like, I see pieces of who I thought you were, or who I knew you to be. And you want so badly to believe there's some speck of something to hold on to, or something that can make it better, or something that can fix it. And I've spent so much time like where it just feels like there's like a really sour taste in my mouth, in the back of my energetic field, no matter how much I try to move forward. And it's like, there's that instinct of I want to smooth it over. I want to take that discomfort away. But it's just, it takes a while to just get real. You just have to keep getting so serious about choosing yourself that it's like, the only path forward is just accepting that it's not the second someone treated you like that is the second that they should lose access to you.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is. Like, because, and the only thing that would be different from that is somebody who really exhibits very intense change over a long period. Like, it's been time, and you really, like, you're able to very clearly, like, in a grounded way, be so open, even like fully open about how fucked up you were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, being able to hold that with consistency and sincerity. That's the only way that I would say it's like, yeah, you could have like a conversation and stuff, and it's not like, like have that person in your life or some shit, but it's like, that's the only way. Really, it's like, even if you want that shit back, it's like, what's gonna happen? Can I say one more thing? Because it's going long, but basically, so like, I got cheated on, right? And it's crazy that in coping with that, I like spent so many hours like researching on the internet, just like other people's stories of getting cheated on and shit like that. And it's like, I was just like astounded by, one, how common, like, even like a really intense, crazy experiences, and even like crazier than what I experienced. Like, people will fucking be like married for 13 years with kids, and 7 of those years they've been fucking their best friend also, or something. Like, it's this crazy shit, and you're like, what the fuck? But what I gathered from it is like, out of hundreds of examples, the most positive outcome of someone getting back with somebody who cheated on them that I ever saw, the most positive was, yeah, we have a good relationship now, and it's like 85% what it was, but it'll never be the same.
Yeah.
And I'll always have that part of me that's just kind of like, like, how I have to live with that. And I just kept thinking, like, no matter how badly I want to like go back to that comfort or something, it's like, I'm not living like that.
Nah.
I'm not gonna fucking live like that.
I don't want to be a Reddit user.
To me, it's like, cheating is just never warranted. It's never the solution. It's just like some defense mechanism for, I think, like, people who are weak.
Yeah. Well, it's a decision, and like anything in a relationship is a decision. It's a decision to be there every day for them. It's a decision to be in that relationship, and so cheating is a decision that somebody made. Inevitably hurts both parties. So it's sort of a selfish thing. And I saw somebody talk about that, was like I don't know how long they've been married, but it was sort of basically, they talked about, why would I give up living in my home for one night staying at a hotel, no matter how nice that hotel was. Probably it's not a Motel 6, sort of like, why would you then give up living in a beautiful home? It's like a beautiful way to put it, is sort of like, you wouldn't want to give up your home for one time in a hotel.
That's honestly, that's the kind of thing that makes me really sad about it, because it's like, I understand that it's like you're dealing with somebody who is just like kind of unstable, or maybe they feel like they're not deserving of a nice home, kind of like what we talked about. And it's like it's really heartbreaking to watch somebody do that with such arrogance, and then realize like that they did that. Like, to realize that they threw away a home for like nothing, like, is really sad. Like, because it's like, both of you just like, even if the relationship ended or something, it's like, both of you just really wish that just didn't happen. And but like, this is the analogy I think of, is like, if you murder somebody, you can't bring them back to life. And it's the same way, because cheating is murdering a relationship. and a connection with somebody, and you're murdering something about the way you bonded with someone that you can't bring back to life once you killed it.
Yeah.
It's impossible. Like you literally just can't.
It's gone.
I'll never see you the same.
And like you bring back Frankenstein, he's not going to be this
exactly
same as, you know, before. Sort
it's
of what
monster.
They were talking about. It's like 85%. Frankenstein's 85% human. He's not
and that was
there,
the best, and that was rare.
Yeah,
that was very rare.
Yeah.
In terms of what I saw.
I mean, how could you?
Everything was just either like
again. Yeah.
It was like went horribly. They cheated on me 50 more times, or like, you know, they you know, didn't cheat on me again, and they were doing better. But like after a year, I was just like, why the fuck am I with this person? I hate them.
Yeah.
Just this.
I mean, it seemed to go well for Will Smith.
Will Smith. You know what? I don't even care if I fucking have any name value at any point in my life. Will Smith, what are you doing, man? Like genuinely. I just want to say this.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What are you doing,
like,
buddy?
One,
where are you?
It seems like, you know, you don't get
He's
clowned.
not at the Oscars tonight.
Well, listen, you're not getting clowned on the internet because nobody just understands you, or nobody's misunderstanding you. We're all watching your wife just like literally ruin your life. I mean, I like publicly, like she's not even hiding it either. No. She's literally cheated on you, like manipulating you very obviously. It's sad, but then you just slap some guy like that? Like what is going on? Not even
some guy. It was Marty from
you literally bitch slapped Marty, dude. Dude, what are you doing? Marty, like, yeah, that's crazy. Especially, I'm just gonna say this, like the joke that pissed you off so bad, dude.
We wrote
it. Was not that. Yeah.
We wrote it.
We wrote that shit. It was not that big of a deal. I mean, like. I've heard way worse shit said about so many people. It's like, damn, if anyone should have gotten slapped, it wasn't fucking Chris Rock in that moment. I'm surprised fucking
hot take.
You know, I'm surprised all our Epstein fucking buddies didn't slap Ricky Gervais. Okay.
Tom Hanks went.
Yeah. Can I ask another question if I have any name value? Yeah. Well, Tom Hanks, why were you so upset about that?
What's up with that?
It's a little curious, isn't it? Because even if you're like you have nothing to do with that, like if you have nothing to do with that, why are you reacting like that?
Mad about that?
Genuinely, like who would be though? Actually, who's looking at that like, wow, like this is kind of fucked up, huh? Like, dude, we're all like, no, this guy's spot on.
Yeah, what's up with that, Tom?
Yeah, like also like you can't laugh at yourself, like
yeah,
you're a fucking bajillionaire.
Be self-aware about your pedophilia, dude.
Yeah, be self-aware about the fact that you 100% confirmed by law.
Is it Tom Hanks? He's not in the files, but he was on the flight log. I don't even know.
Tom, you're guilty.
Tom, I'm not gonna lie. Your Woody's guilty, brother.
Tom, you're Woody, and you need to put that Woody in check.
Oh no!
There's a snake in my pants. Tom, you're guilty.
Yeah, Tom, you're guilty. Will Smith, you're just a bitch. And
yeah, Tom, if I was 17, you would diddle me.
And with that, luckily I know the editor, so we can cut whatever we want out.
Whoever the fuck is the editor, don't cut this. Okay. I'm looking at you, buddy. I bet you're fucking sitting there. I bet you just you just jerked your little fucking wiener, and you're fucking editing this right after it's Alex, like 3:27 a.m.
All of this,
and you're like, oh, okay, I should probably finish this episode to get it out by tomorrow.
Probably listening to my upstairs neighbors. It's kind of surreal. I'm actually talking to myself right now.
I hate my hair, dude.
It's all right. You look good, man. It's okay. Hair grows back.
I miss my long hair.
All right. Well, thank you for being on. Let's go get some food.
Should I crash out to end this?
Yeah. What would you do if you were to crash out?
Just like clip from me saying this sentence to